So today we're once again gonna go through some Reddit things. I know that there's actually a book that I should be going through, and no, I just don't want to go through it. But I'm gonna reload this page so that I can get some new things. I'm actually a little bit earlier today. I know I'm recording a bit earlier. It is just only 6 p.m., which is fucking amazing. Just because it kind of feels like that I am gonna be able to sleep a bit today. I haven't been sleeping that much, and you can see it in my physique, you can see it in how I feel, you can see it in my energy levels, and you can see it quite in every single aspect of my life. I'm not sleeping enough, and that I just don't get enough rest. It might also be due to stress. I am a bit stressed out just because I was very serious about, or I am still very serious about my training. I am serious about the things that I actually have to learn, which I do have to do today as well, which I am not that pumped about, but it is what it is. There's some things that you just have to do, and I just want to start earlier than too late, just because I don't want to also have the stress of feeling like I should be faster or I should have been faster, and I also don't like being bad at some things. This is just things that I don't like. But it enables me to be, or to have a bit more sleep today, which is incredible because I do also want to ride my bike tomorrow and some shit like this, but I don't want to bore you with that. So reply to this post with a lesson you'll learn from therapy. Let us generate a thread full of seeds for growth. Mine goes, sometimes the fear of being disliked by others makes you dislike yourself. Don't beat yourself up for not reaching others' expectations. Yes. Also because, why? Why would you and why should you? The thing is, some people have expectations, some people have certain worldviews, and some people have certain things they're having in their mind. And the thing is, are you gonna meet every single criteria? No, absolutely fucking not. This is not gonna happen. You're not gonna be able to do so. So, should you even try? No. It's quite a waste of time, You're never gonna be, especially when it's about their expectations. They expect you to do some things. They're not even communicating anything to you. So how should you fucking know? This is nothing that you can know. You can't know what somebody is expecting of you unless they tell you, of course. But still then, nah. Why? Don't demand that things... I hope that this made sense, what I just been talking about. Sometimes I feel like it does really not make any sense, and I feel like it's also not just the truth or some shit. But I feel like, if somebody's expecting something, are they talking about that? I don't know. I think sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. And if they don't, then you just clearly can't meet their expectations. It's just not possible, because you can't be a human being that is everything for everybody, if you know what I mean. This is just not possible. But in the end, not everyone is gonna like you, and I can feel with that, just because I want to be liked by everybody, but it's just not gonna be the case. There's just gonna be some people that don't like you. They just don't like you because you're the person you are, just because you look a certain way, just because you speak a certain way, just because you act a certain way. There's so many different things and criterias and whatnot that people have that could lead them to just disliking you. It's incredible, actually. Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do happen, and you will go on well. Epictetus and Hydrion, Charter, translation Passage 8, or Passage 8. And this is one of the most amazing quotes I've ever read in my life, I think, just because I do think that it can help quite a lot of people. Just don't wish for something to happen. Just accept how it is, wish for it to happen how it happened. And it also takes a lot of weight off of your shoulders. And if I just think back to my decision to break up, for example, it's a very, very good example for that. I could look back and be like, well, why have I done this? And just also because it was in my control. And now I know that it wasn't the best decision. Now I know that I should not have done this decision. Just being in my position, I shouldn't have done this decision, or shouldn't have made this decision. And also, maybe not at this point in time, maybe not in this day, but of course, we always do what we think is the best at this point in time. And we never ever know what tomorrow is going to be like. We never ever know what the next week is going to be like. Maybe it could have gotten worse. Maybe the relationship could have gotten worse. So yeah, in the end, it is like, also, I can't just change the past. It is what it is now. But it happened, and I shouldn't wish for it to happen a different way, or that it should have happened in a different way, because why? Just like, yeah, I should accept it. I should accept what it is like, and maybe, just maybe, this is the start of something that's fucking amazing, but I'm only gonna see this in the long run. Of course, there's going to be a lot of things in life that feel like bad and sad and that make you feel mad in the short term, but we never ever know what it is going to be like in the long term. We just can't tell, because we can't look into the future, and we can only tell once we have maybe distanced ourselves a bit from that event, from that scenario, from whatever happened. And maybe we're gonna feel or see some things, and see some growth, and see some changes that are compelling and nice and amazing. And I gotta have to say, like, because of this breakup, I do have learned quite a lot of things about myself, about what I actually want to have in life, what is important for me. And I've also been able, which is something that I'm incredibly grateful for, I've also been able to to kind of reconnect to my friends, which is something that I have kind of forgotten about in my relationship. And it is a fucked up thing. And it is definitely something that I am going to say, and I'm going to tell everybody that is intending to be in a relationship very, very soon, to just really make sure that, care about your friends. Don't be like, okay, now I'm having this relationship, now I'm not gonna care about you. Just don't do that. It is very dumb, and it is not a good idea. We should not be handling things in that way. But yeah, let's see what he's also writing there. I think I understand this quote. Don't set expectations, or at least don't set expectations that allow your emotions to be determined by external conditions. If I understand this, I have a question for you more experienced Stoics. How do I approach life in this way? How do I embody amor fati to the best of my ability? I know I won't be able to do it perfectly, but I still want to try my best. If I miss the bus, it is easy to repeat this quote to yourself, but what if your mom or any loved one dies? The thing is, I guess it is kind of the same thing as I've been talking about before. Like, maybe this is just a start. Even though it is something negative, even though it is something bad, maybe this is just the start of something that's fucking amazing, but we can only see in the long term. So in the end, we have to live longer, and we have to just stay strong. And I do still think that it is taking quite a lot of weight from our shoulders, to just think like, well, maybe this is just the start of something amazing. Maybe this is just what life is meant to be for me. Maybe this is just my faith, because amor fati, love faith, love your faith, or however you want to actually translate it. It is what it is. You can't change it in the end. And so, so we should maybe also try to change things. Big ambitions. Do we have any ambitions? Not really any big ones. I guess I just want to go to sleep with a smile more often. I think you'll get there. And I do think this is actually a great ambition. Like, it depends on your situation, it depends on what you think, it depends on various different things. But for some people, this is a very big thing. And it comes down to very subjectivity and subjective feelings of how life should be. And it is about subjectivity, period. Some people experience death of a loved one as something that's incredibly difficult, and it really fucks with them. And some other people are just handling it very well, because, I don't know, we just deal with things, and we absorb things, and we think about things on a very subjective level. So for somebody, this might be just not that of a significant thing. And for somebody, it might be the most significant thing there is, just because it's been their life, just because of whatever factor there is. And so I don't know, like, this could also be boiled down to goal setting. Like for some people, your goal might just be nothing. And for some other people, your goal might just be the most big goal there is in life. And for you, it might just be manageable or a good goal to go for that's not too difficult and not too easy to achieve. Don't take criticism from people you won't take advice from. Yes, it is one of the I don't know, like have I experienced that? Actually can't tell if I've experienced that. Maybe I have, but I've definitely been thinking about it. Like, why should I be listening to somebody that maybe as well is not able to do what I want to do? Why should I take advice from somebody that is on the same level as I am? Unless it just makes sense. I don't know. If somebody in a certain course says to you, like, okay, I think that you should be doing this in this way and that way and whatnot, that maybe you should just be doing that. It is advice. Well, I'm now just talking about advice and not criticism, but as well advice. Of course you should take it because this person was in the same course. Maybe this person is dumber than you are. Maybe this person is more ugly than you are or whatnot. I don't care, but in the end, it's like, I don't know. Like, maybe we shouldn't also be just too serious about things sometimes. Today I learned Donnie Yen, the Blink monk in Star Wars Rogue One and star of the IP Man films, was once leaving a Hong Kong nightclub with his girlfriend when they were attacked by a gang. Donnie hospitalized 8 of them. Well, this is actually pretty interesting, so I do want to look it up. I do want to look up whether he's actually trained in martial arts history, style, and philosophy. Well, yeah. It starts amazingly. Yen, or Jen, or whatever, describes himself as a mixed martial artist. He learned Tai Chi from a young age under his mother's tutelage. He then wanted to learn Taekwondo in his teenage years, earning 6th Dan in the process. At the time, the Beijing Wushu team had a scout in the United States and invited Yen over to Beijing, China, where they began training at the Beijing Sports Institute, the same facility where champion-turned-actor Jet Li trained. Oh, I see. This is where the two of them crossed paths for the first time. Upon his first return to the United States, Yen won gold medals in various wushu competitions. Yen later went on to discover and seek knowledge on other martial arts styles. He would later obtain black and purple belts from Judo and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, respectively, and went on to study the art of parkour, wrestling, Muay Thai, kickboxing, and boxing under various trainers. His exposure to mixed martial arts, or MMA, was heightened when he went back to the United States from 2000 to 2003. So he is a fucking weapon of a guy. This is insane. But I actually do I know him? I don't really think that I know him. And he's also in great shape, for him being, he's actually as high as I am and is weighing like 10 kilos more. Or whatever pound amount it is. I just don't know. Oh, there's actually, what the fuck? There's actually a kind of a summary of what he's able to do. So, Jeet Kune Do, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, Taekwondo, Hapkido, Judo, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Wing Chun, Tai Chi, Hyunga, Sanda, Karate, Wrestling, and Wushu. And the ranks are 6th degree belt in Taekwondo, black belt in Judo, purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I do think, is the purple belt the highest one, or is there something else? Well, I do think that, I know that there is like a black belt and there's also a red one. But the red one is only just given to people because of, okay, I like you or some shit. He's also having a website. That's amazing. What? He was born in Guangzhou, China. His mother, Bosim Mark, is a Fu-style Wudang Quan internal martial arts and Tai Chi grandma. That's amazing. Just have such a mother. It's insane. And his mother seems to still be living. She began studying martial arts at elementary school, training seriously in high school, and then at Wushu training schools, specializing in Tai Chi Chuan and Northern Shaolin. Makler and Fu style Wen Quan by training under Fu Wing Wai for 10 years. Wing Wai was the eldest son and top student of Grandmaster Fu Shengzong. She was an instructor at Wing Fai's school from 1968 to 1974. And it is amazing. Philip Moulin, industrial office for Salon. This is amazing. I really loved it. I really deeply loved it. I just, I in general don't like this style, but this piece per se, it's amazing. It's a telephone for all the podcast listeners. I'm very sorry, actually. It is a telephone that is very, very minimalistic. So you just have it's not 9, but it is 3 times 4 is 12 buttons on the front. And then you have just a speaking piece, which is clipped on top of it. So it is an old phone. And that's actually it. There's no numbers, there's no curves. It is just blocky, besides the cable. But yeah. I propose a change in rules of the SAP. Well, okay, I don't care. Today I learned a sufferer of Truman Show delusion, a condition in which a person believes their life is a staged reality show, traveled all the way to New York City to check whether the World Trade Center had fallen, believing the 9/11 attacks to be an elaborate plot twist in his personal storyline. That's strange. And I don't want to say concerning. It is. But yeah, anyway. But anyway, the 11 best pieces of advice I've ever received. Your life is your responsibility. Yes. Totally the fucking case. If you fuck up something, then it's your fault. The way someone treats you is a reflection of how they feel about themselves. Yeah. And if they're assholes, they probably are going to be assholes to you as well, even though this is a generalization, and in general, it doesn't have to be the case. But most often it is going to be, I guess. But I'm going to tell you whenever I actually find out that it is the case. When you know better, do better. Your word is your bond. Work hard and stay humble. Just keep going no matter what. Just because there's always going to be something. Release the idea that things could have been any other way. Listen more than you speak. Do what you're afraid to do and be kind always. I'm impressed with number 8. I need to apply it to myself. Release the idea that things could have been any other way. Things could have always been any other way. I could have also died just last year. I could have also died today. Maybe I am gonna die today. It's gonna be a plot twist. You're gonna not see this video, maybe, I guess, or potentially. Number 7, dude, haha, it's a tough one for me. Added, wait, I'm not sure where you started counting. Number 7 is just keep going no matter what. It is difficult, but the thing is, realize that you're always, you always keep going. There is no end of things. You just don't stop doing things. You just don't. You always go ahead no matter what you do, because you can't stop time. You can't go back to the past. You just can't. So you're always progressing, in theory, or maybe just in time. So yeah, just go ahead. Things are gonna be good, and I don't know, of course, and I just clearly know that because in the past few months and weeks, I have just clearly not felt that good. I'd have to say that. And but I don't know, things are better right now, and I feel quite good right now again, and I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, just remember that things are going to be better in the future, and sometimes we have to just sit through things, and then we're going to see. But yeah, anyway, I'm hopefully going to see you the next time, so I am going to end the episode there. I wish you the best health of happiness and all success, and also hope that you're going to remind yourself and you're going to be remembered, which basically means your legacy, and basically means just being a nice person, and then also being remembered as a nice person, which is a pretty fucking cool thing. 3 other questions that I have for you are, why are you here? What are you trying to change, and what is bothering you the most? These 3 questions are hopefully going to show you your purpose, and maybe even the business idea, which is again a pretty cool thing. The last one is, what could you essentially say to another person that is indeed going to change their life? Because I, from the bottom of my heart, believe that we all can say something, and we all can give a compliment or whatever it might be to another person that is just truly and honestly and indeed gonna change their life. Maybe it's just gonna be for a second, maybe it's gonna be for a minute, maybe it's actually gonna be life changing. But who knows, man? You know, we all can say something. And with that being said, I'm hopefully gonna see you the next time. Please take care of yourself, your family members, and all your loved ones. And I just wish you the best from the bottom of my heart. So, bye-bye.